With the current situation relating to the coronavirus COVID-19 outbreak, many of our communications have moved online to web-based video conferencing platforms and/or videophone communication. Using those technology channels presents a set of challenges, and as deafblind, and hard of hearing users, how can we best maximize our use of those tools? Whether participants use ASL, spoken English, Pro-Tactile ASL, or a combination of the above to engage in direct communication between deafblind, or hard of hearing users, or connecting through a sign language interpreter via VRS or VRI. Here are 5 suggestions that may aid you in best communication practices to get your message across. Before starting your call, go through a personal checklist. Check your wardrobe, your lighting, your background, framing, and eliminate any possible distractions. This will help reduce eye strain and frustration on both you and the person on the other side of the screen. Whether it be deafblind, or hard of hearing peer, or a VRS, VRI interpreter. Let's go through the checklist together. Wardrobe. First of all, are you dressed? Yes? Good. Now look at your shirt and check to make sure it contrasts with your skin color. If you're a light-skinned person, wear dark clothes. Dark-skinned persons should wear lighter clothes. Try to avoid patterns, graphics, or reflective clothes. Think of times when you had a hard time focusing on the person signing because of what they were wearing. Did they wear a plaid shirt, a shirt with multicolored graphics on front, a shirt with the same color as their hands? Skip over those in favor of plain shirts that will help you and the person watching you on the screen. Now that you're properly dressed, let's check your spotlight. After all, you're the star of this one-person show on screen. Lighting. Turn on the camera on the device and test the lighting. Can you see yourself signing clearly? Is there adequate lighting, or do you need to add more light? Too dark? Add more lights. Make sure the light source is in front of you or slightly off to the side in front. Too bright? Turn some lights off and find a better spot. Bright lights will wash you out and make you appear like a white shadow on the screen. Avoid sitting in front of a light source such as a window, lamp, ceiling lights, etc., as they will make you appear as a dark shadow on the screen. Try not to have the light sources in the picture with you, as they will produce a halo effect and make it difficult to see. This is especially true for nighttime calls where there is no natural daylight available. Now that you've figured out how to shine the light on yourself, let's check the scene behind you. Background. Look at the screen of yourself. What's behind you can make or break your ease of communication. While we may want to show off our homes, now is not the best time to do it. Think of your shirt. Plain shirts are easier on the eyes, so the same goes for your background as well. Opt for a plain background free of distraction. A wall, the back of a couch, or a portable screen, for instance. If possible, hang up a cloth behind you and make sure the color contrasts with your skin color. Try not to pick the same color as your shirt, as you will appear as a floating head or hands on screen. Now that your background is visible and clear of distractions, let's check yourself on the screen again and make sure that you're visible. Which brings us to framing. Framing. Look at yourself on the screen. Are you looking at the camera? Can you see your head and upper body? Now, what about your signing space? Are you a projector, signing big as if you are standing on the stage for all to see? Or are you a small signer? Make sure you have ample space to sign and that the camera doesn't cut off your sign space. Opt for a comfortable distance from the camera. Not too close that you're sharing your innermost thoughts with the person on the other end, nor too far where the person has to squint to see you properly. Make sure your head and upper body, waist and up, are visible, and that you're looking directly at the camera and not over, no ceiling views or up from the floor. Add a bit of empty space around yourself as a buffer zone for those bigger signs so the person watching you can catch every word that you're saying. And finally, distractions. Well, we love to see pets and small children and know they are inevitable in this time of crisis. Now is a good time to make sure that they are off screen and occupied instead of trying to steal the show from you. Seeing them in the background can distract the person on the other end of the call from focusing on you and your message. So, shoo the cat off your lap, toss a treat to the dog, place the toddler out of view with something to occupy them, and clear your sign space of distractions. A phone in your hand, drinks that might be prone to spillage if you knock them over while on a call. The less obstacles in your space, the better and effective the communication will go. Now, here's a bonus tool: accessibility. Communicating via screen can be challenging, and group situations even more so. Messages can get lost, and sometimes we miss messages. There are tools built in video conference platforms such as Zoom, Skype, etc. that can enhance your communication experience. Several platforms have captioning available. When using captioning in group conference situations, be sure to establish ground rules such as one person can speak at a time. Ask the speaker to speak as clearly as possible. In addition to captioning, use the messaging feature to send important information or keywords. So, for example, names to spell out, addresses and phone numbers, email addresses, vocabulary that can be misheard or misspelled by the speaker. This has the added bonus of serving as notes at the end of the call. Now you've got 5 things on your checklist to consider when starting your next video conference or VRS/VRI call. Make a habit of reminding yourself of the 5 considerations when starting a video call or video conference: wardrobe, lighting, background, framing, and distractions. With those, you're good to go.